Okay, so I'm going to be reading the various laws of morality. And one thing that was really kind of sweet that, it's a little off topic, but, one of my kids, they asked, one of the neighbor kids, do you love Jesus? And he goes, well, everybody loves Jesus. And it was just so sweet because I thought, you know, what an innocent, sweet concept. It's like I wish that was the case. And I pray that maybe someday that will be the case. But that touched my heart. I thought that was sweet. So, anyway, so various laws of morality. You shall not see your brother's ox or his sheep going astray, and hide yourself from them. You shall certainly bring them back to your brother. And if your brother is not near you, or if you do not know him, then you shall bring it to your own house, and it shall remain with you until your brother seeks it. Then you shall restore it to him. Kind of think about how do you want somebody to treat your dog? You lost your dog. You shall do the same with his donkey, and so shall you do with his garment. With any lost thing of your brother's, which he has lost, and you have found, you shall do likewise. You must not hide yourself. You shall not see your brother's donkey or his ox fall down along the road, and hide yourself from them. You shall surely help him lift them up again. A woman shall not wear anything that pertains to a man, nor shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all who do so are an abomination to the Lord your God. Now, I did some research into this because the New Testament it talks a little bit about that too. And it wasn't just like, oh, hey, this is comfortable, okay? And I'm not saying, hey, go wear, opposite sex clothes. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that back then, okay, there actually was a transgenderish God that a lot of the pagans would, and this is from the New Testament so, and it was probably the same back in the old, but is the research that I did, that the pagans used to worship, and so the women would purposefully cut their hair short, try to look like a man, wear a man's outfit to try to be like a man, and the men would do likewise in honor of that God. And so the Christians, that's why when you read the Apostle Paul, when he says, do not, do that kind of stuff, they didn't want to be associated with anything like that because all that was all pagan. That all came from the pagan stuff. So anyway, let's see here. If a bird's nest happens to be before you along the way, in any tree or on the ground with young ones or eggs, with the mother sitting on the young or on the eggs, you shall not take the mother with the young. You shall surely let the mother go and take the young for yourself, that it may be well with you and that you may prolong your days. So, because if you take the mom, then she's not going to be able to make more babies. Take the baby, she can always make more babies. Okay. Let's see here. When you build a new house, then you shall make a parapet for your roof, that you may not bring guilt of bloodshed on your household if anyone falls from it. You shall not sow your vineyard with different kinds of seed, lest the yield of the seed which you have sown and the fruit of your vineyard be defiled. Just overgrow one another. So, you shall not plow with an ox and a donkey together. That kind of just seems common sense because one's going to be stronger, one's going to be weaker, and the stronger one's going to be like, I'm doing all the work here. Okay. You shall not wear a garment of different sorts, such as wool and linen mixed together. You shall make tassels on the four corners of the clothing with which you cover yourself. If any man takes a wife and goes into her and detests her and charges her with shameful conduct and brings a bad name on her and says, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found she was not a virgin. I'm pretty sure men can tell, okay, even if a woman lies and says, "Oh, I'm a virgin," I'm pretty sure a man could tell if you are or if you're not. Okay, just say it. Then the father and the mother of the young woman shall take and bring out the evidence of the young woman's virginity to the elders of the city at the gate. And the young woman's father shall say to the elders, "I gave my daughter to this man as wife, and he detests her. Now he has charged her with shameful conduct, saying, I found your daughter was not a virgin, and yet these are the evidences of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. Then the elders of that city shall take that man and punish him." So, it might sound kind of gross this day and age, but back then, that was a way of protecting the women. So a man couldn't just say, "Oh, she did this and she didn't even do anything wrong." That was evidence like, no, she's innocent, okay? "And they shall fine him 100 shekels of silver and give them to the father of the young woman, because he has brought a bad name on a virgin of Israel. And she shall be his wife. He cannot divorce her all his days." So now, you might think, yes, punishment for the woman, but really, when you think about it, it's kind of punishment for the man, too, because now he thought he was just going to get rid of her. Nope. So now he has to take care of her. Now she's your responsibility until you die. So, now you have to take care of her. So, but if the thing is true and evidence of virginity are not found for the young woman, then they shall bring out the young woman to the door of her father's house. And the men of her city shall stone her to death with stones, because she has done a disgraceful thing in Israel to play the harlot in her father's house. That was seen as disgraceful. Nowadays, how many women do that kind of thing? A lot. I mean, the people that are virgins until they're married are like, I was. But most people, not many. Not many. But that also wants me, I want to bring this fast forward too, okay, to Jesus. Whenever he said, okay, who sinned, who has not sinned, throw the first stone. Well, I mean, Jesus could have done it, but, he wasn't going to do it. The only one that could condemn her, he's like, don't do it. Don't do it no more. Stop. I don't condemn you, but stop. Stop doing what you're doing, So, if a man is found lying with a woman married to a husband, then both of them shall die, the man that lay with the woman, and the woman. So you shall put away from the evil from Israel. If a young woman who is a virgin is betrothed to a husband, and a man finds her in the city and lies with her, then you shall bring them both out to the gate of that city, and you shall stone them to death with stones, the young woman because she did not cry out in the city, and the man because he humbled his neighbor's wife. So you shall put away the evil from among you. So, I did a little research on that too. And, what they're talking about is they're not talking about rape, okay? They're talking about having an affair, okay? So, in this context, okay? But if a man finds a betrothed young woman in the countryside, and the man forces her and lies with her, then only the man who lay with her shall die. So, the woman, it's not her fault. Okay? So, but you shall do nothing to the young woman. There is in the young woman no sin deserving of death. For just as when a man rises against his neighbor and kills him, even so is this matter. So, God sees doing that as like rape. Murder and rape are like, bad. Okay? For he found her in the countryside, and the betrothed young woman cried out, but there was no one to save her. If a man finds a young woman who is a virgin, who is not betrothed, and he seizes her and lies with her, and they are found. See, and here's the thing, and they are found, okay? That's the hint. It's not like, you think of seizing like, I seize you and rape you. No. There's people that are like, hey, let's get freaky. And the woman's like, okay. Okay. Then the man who lay with her shall give to the young woman's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife because he has humbled her. He shall not be permitted to divorce her all his days. So it's like you slept with her, now she's yours. Okay? A man shall not take his father's wife, nor uncover his father's bed. So, you know, people that do that are just nasty. So that's that. So let me know what your thoughts are on it. If you know some more of the historical context of what it's talking about and stuff. Excuse me, I need to pause this. Sorry. Ever since that rain that we had for like a week, we've had these pinchy bugs, the bugs with the pinchers on the butt, coming in. It's like I need to get some spray and just spray all around the yard. So anyway, all right. Talk to you later. Peace.